Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Denver Broncos. Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
So you take a look at last week's game, Mike, and you certainly wouldn't say that he played poorly. I mean, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's a clean slate. But when you talk to his coaches, they said they haven't seen him this motivated to bounce back after a loss in his entire career. So he's had a great week of practice. He's really challenging the guys around him to elevate their standard. And if it's any indication of how today is going to go, I think we're in for a treat.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with him again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Denver first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. This is a great example of why it's so critical that on defense, everybody does their job. You got a free hit blitzer coming right at the quarterback, but because they don't contain him in the pocket, they allow him to escape, and it doesn't allow that blitz to get home.
To the right side here, pass is caught, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 15. First down, Broncos.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up. And he's able to bring him down for a loss.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen, and he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Down in the red zone, designed quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give him credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short game.
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Touchdown, Broncos. That his first touchdown of the new year. No problem there on the extra point. Broncos will take a 7-0 lead.
Steelers, nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
There's been a lot of talk coming into this week, Mike, about whether or not he'd be able to keep this hot streak going. And while I don't know if he'll be able to produce that absurd stat line like we did a week ago, I think he's more than capable of having another strong outing here in this one. I mean, somehow, if he can replicate last week's success, I think it's pretty safe to say he's got a chance to leave here with another win.
First down run picks up 8, so now it's second and a couple. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, it's Penix. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ready? 19, 18.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
From the 48-yard line, here's second and 9. From the gun, here is Penix. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Here's Penix. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. Fourth down, and here's Penix. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A big play there on fourth down. Good for an even 20.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Penix going to throw again. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up first and goal.
Half the 60. Half the 80. Hollywood Aggie. Warriors 70.
They'll throw. It's, oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Now from the 7, it's second and goal.
Let's go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Now Penix for the end zone, but it's batted away and incomplete. He was open for a moment. Defense closed quickly, and now it's third and goal. Back to throw. Here's Penix. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So, time to think about fourth and goal coming up. It's the Broncos with the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this.
Ready up.
They're trying to answer that opening drive touchdown on the other side. So the offense stays out and they go for it on fourth and goal. They're going on fourth down. It's Penix. And this is hot. Wow, the decision to go pays off. Touchdown Steamer. It's his third touchdown catch this year.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Steamers come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Broncos offense going to take over now for the second time. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
The first down throw was incomplete. And now, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. And they're not going to catch up to him. He will score. 75 yards. Touchdown, Denver. Extra point attempt still to come. He's got it. And the Broncos will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Steelers 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. The Steamers offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll pull up for 1st and 10. And they will finally run him down up near midfield.
That's good.
That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
1st and 10.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They're going to go play action with Penix. Exiting the pocket right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Penix. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Let's give a lot of credit to him, Mike, for standing tough in the pocket. He knows he's about to take a big hit with the defense bringing pressure, but they weren't able to get there in time and prevent that completion.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches.
Ready? 70 Lions.
Throwing is Penix. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And he's in. Touchdown, Brooklyn. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Point after try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the Steamers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Broncos offense getting things in order as they try to next possession. They've been able to move the ball with relative ease their first couple of possessions, both ending in touchdowns, but still they find themselves tied as they start with the ball again here on first down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Had Bryant the target there, and it'll lead to a second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On second down, it's Nix. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there, and it's going to bring up a third down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for a Denver first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second and 3.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and 3. Now a give on the ground, and he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Quick throw here is complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. They'll throw. It's Nix. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Broncos.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Throwing. Nix. That's to the left side in the hands of Bryant. And he's pushed to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
He's got it at about the 8. And he will score! Touchdown, Denver.
And here's a great example, Mike, of how experience and having some veteran players at these key spots, they can work so well together. The whole idea is you need to see the game through the eyes of the quarterback, and I think that's what the receiver did such a nice job in. He was on time, he was accurate, and you never fool your quarterback. When you have two guys like this that are operating on the same page, you can see the result.
It is good. Makes the score Broncos 21, Steamers 14.
team's ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Steamers offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. To throw is Penix. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call,
a big hole. And he will score. Touchdown, Steamer. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
and it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Point after, coming up here. It's up and through. And the Steamers will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to get back at it. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He connects with Mims. Through the middle of the field. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Denver. The extra point is good. Broncos go up by 7. 28-21. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Steamers offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those high-popping numbers. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On 3rd and 1, here's Penix. A big half continues, already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I continue in just a moment.
Alert! Alert! Let's go! 70 Lions! Three! Motion! Hey! Hook!
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Shut up! Cowboy 80! Get up!
From the gun, it's Penix. Third and long.
60 Bison! 60 Bison! Second Pirate!
From the gun, here is Penix. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. To throw is Nix. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Back to throw is Nix. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. Now a second timeout called by the defense. And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half.
After review of the play,
So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the second look, and indeed this call will be overturned. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And they will bring them down on the other side of midfield.
22 yards. And the
Broncos going to signal for their third and final timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. So the Broncos will turn things over to the field goal unit. This officially a 58-yard attempt. No issues there. This one is good. So, halftime straight ahead. And we'll send it to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much.
Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The third quarter begins with a run. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
At the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Penix. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
9 yards.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially... outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Penix. Quick throw, taken in.
As we saw in the first half, Mike, the defense was really unable to do anything to slow him down. He put up some really big numbers there in the first 2 quarters. Now here in the second half, it just doesn't look like they've made many adjustments in the attempt to slow him down.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go, set. 7-18, pioneer.
Here's Penix. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 45 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
To throw again, it's Penix. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he's in. Touchdown, Brooklyn. His first touchdown of the new campaign. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
The extra point, up and good. And the Steamers are back within a field goal. The lead is 3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Nix. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the first down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out of bounds. Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it'll be 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
This one, fielded out beyond the 25. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup
From the
of 3.
42-yard line,
Brings up
here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Here's Penix. Quick throw here is complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Penix. This one complete right side. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
Ready up! Let's go! Nike, check out!
Now a kid up the middle. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They face 2nd down and 7.
Panther 11! Come on, set! Cowboy 8, go!
To throw is Penix. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Steamer. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ball game.
Now the try here for the point after. The kick is good. And the Steamers have taken a 4-point advantage. Kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looks like he might have gotten there early.
Automatic 1st down.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Got some space. Up past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. A pickup of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. He'll go play action with Nix. Off he goes. That pickup good for 29 yards.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable and just line up and snap it again.
Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he's into the end zone, and they are making it look easy. Touchdown, Broncos. Now, the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Broncos go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steamers offense and their running back set to go once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up third down.
Third down and 6 yards to go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Down the right sideline. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 70 yards. It is a touchdown. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. Now, for the point after.
Extra point.
He's got it. And the Steamers have taken a 4-point advantage.
42. Broncos 38.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Up the middle they go. Oh, big hole left side to the 20. And he's going to go all the way. An electrifying run. 73 yards. Touchdown, Denver. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run plays to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
From the 6, here comes a return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Steamers offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they'll try to keep it going. On first and 10, it's Penix. On the move past the 40. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 36 yards. From the 35, it's first and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Brooklyn. 3 touchdowns for the game. His first 3 of the year. So that will tie the NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. First done by Sid Luckman with the Bears in 1943. And then Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 1954. We've waited a long time. Now they have company. The extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Steamers have taken a 4-point advantage.
49. Broncos 45.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. Here's Nix to throw. He'll take a shot with Mims. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Southern California.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm. I just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
The Steamers offense and their big play wide out getting set. For their next possession. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead.
Alert! Ready? Check. Back to 60. Hey, check that. Check.
Now a run on 1st down. And you'll get about 5.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
Ready? Night.
On 2nd down, Penix. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
Go! 6.
So back and forth they go as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
On the double.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Smash.
Fourth quarter begins on the ground. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Looking to throw, it's Penix. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
21 brings up third down.
Here's third down and a few inches. This one up on the ground. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up fourth down.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Fourth down, and here's Penix. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he will have the first down. So they took a chance on 4th and 2. Didn't get it by much, but they do convert to keep the drive going. From the gun, it's Penix. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
On 2nd down, here's Penix. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete.
Intended for his tight end.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. Again, it's Penix. There's that man again, another catch. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
This defense knows the importance of this drive. They have to keep this game at 1 possession. That's a great start there on 1st down.
Here's Penix. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Schemer. So yet another touchdown pass, and that one's going to be the record breaker. Most touchdown passes in a single game.
Makes the score Steelers 56, Broncos 45.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Watching him throughout this game has been incredible, Mike. I mean, I've loved watching him perform. The reality is it just hasn't impacted the outcome of the game. It's really been a wasted individual effort unless they can somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 14.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
And with nothing open, he might have been better off just trying to see if he can make something happen with his legs, but the way this defense is flying around, I'm not sure there was a play to be made either way.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. And he will score! Game on! Touchdown, Denver. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. So now a big play here for the Broncos. They're going to line up and go for 2. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Moving left. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Steamers offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. To the ground, a 1st down run. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll throw. It's Penix. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
Let's go now. Broncos.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. done. It's a give up the middle. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
A loss of 2 yards.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On 3rd down, Penix. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Throwing is Penix. This one caught at the 4. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the 1st down.
At the 1-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. Here's a run, and he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Ready? Ready? 70 Lion. Track. Go.
They'll go with him again. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
It's 3rd down and goal to
Pack the
go.
60. Pack the 60.
One final kneel down here inside the 40-second mark. Should be enough to put this one on ice. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season.